Hi, I'm Joanna, and this is part 2 for our Yoga for Chronic Pain spine series. So in the first part, we prepared by opening up the hips. That helps prepare the spine for some work. Now we're going to do a little bit of core work, laying on our back with the knees bent and the feet flat. Let's begin there. You can rest your hands right on the pelvis. Let's take a few breaths to tune into our body and just ask the body what it needs, right? Our body's always sending signals for us to listen to, whether it's to eat better, to move more, maybe even move less. Sometimes we need to be told that. Ask for help if you're, lifting heavy objects. All of these are important for healing the back. So we're going to start with very gentle core stability. So flatten the lower back. So right now I have a natural curve on my back. I could probably stick my hand under there. On the inhale, I'm going to flatten that out, and I feel my abdominals firm. I'm going to even place my hands right on the abdominals to feel that firm. And while maintaining that, I'm going to exhale. I'm going to lift my right heel up. So my leg's about 90 degrees. It doesn't really matter the angle. We're just going to make sure we keep the pelvis stable. And then inhale, I'm going to lower it back down. So things I notice, my left lower back wants to lift up off the floor a little bit, and I'm just kind of reinforcing it down. This is how we build the stability. So inhale, the lower back is flat. Exhale, we're going to lift the left heel. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift the right heel. Inhale, lower. Keep going. Make sure you go slow. We're not just dropping the leg down. We're using control on both directions. And I'm keeping the lower back relatively flat to the floor. Just finding a rhythm with my breath. Let's go one more on each side. And release. Good. Let the natural arch of your back come back to position. Take a few breaths resting. So have you noticed how that feels, right? So we're maintaining pelvis stability. The pelvis, if we're not paying attention, kind of might rock side to side or lift off the lower back as we move our legs. But when we really keep this area engaged, we start to bring kind of energy and vitality and balance to the lower back and to the lumbar spine, which causes a lot of problems with a lot of people. So same thing, this time we're going to do heel slides. Hands on the belly, flatten the lower back, inhale. Exhale, I'm going to slide my right heel away, and I really feel it up here. And then I'm going to inhale, bring it back to start. So the movement the whole time on both the out and the in of the leg is doing work for the core. And you're just going to alternate. If you're at home, if you have like a paper plate, sometimes that actually feels cool to put your heel on and just slide the plate on the floor. So this is a little rubbery and sticky. I get a little stuck. But you'll still get the work, don't worry. And I tend to notice one side is a little bit more challenging to stabilize the pelvis than the other side. And that's just paying attention to your body. It's no judgment. Because you'll notice with practice, that'll start to balance out. Last one. Great job. Take a rest. So if that was relatively easy for you, we can add on And if that was enough for the day, that's fine to kind of exit right out here. Again, that's listening to your body and not pushing it, because we're all at different pain levels, tolerances, and strength. All right, adding on, inhale. So this time I'm going to actually lift my legs up off the floor and then press my lower back down into the floor, engage the abdominals. Hands can go behind the head, or they can go alongside the body. This feels better for me. And right here, I'm feeling work, so I'm going to stay right here. It's enough where I feel my core is engaged, but I'm not overdoing it, and I don't feel my lower back arching off the floor. And then breathe into the rib cage, like the rib cage is a balloon, expanding in all directions. And if you're feeling really easy with this, feel free to leave this part out, but you can actually place your hands and feel resistance as the knees kind of move in, your hands stop it, and that's going to intensify the abdominals. But again, that's might be too much for the day. Maybe you come back into that in like a week or two and try it out. So we'll take 2 more breaths here. And then exhale, bring the feet down. Great job. All right, the bridge pose. Strong glutes are very important to support our back. So on our inhale, we're going to flatten the lower back as I move my rib cage closer to my pelvis. And then I'm going to inhale, I'm going to lift up. Might just lift up a little bit, might be an inch. And if holding is too much, then just lift and lower, and you can do reps. If this feels accessible, you can hold the hips up. And last breath here. We're going to exhale, lower all the way down. I mentioned this on the first video, but try to avoid coming knees into chest. I'll show you, but I don't recommend doing it, especially if you're here for back pain. Hugging the knees is not putting our back into a good position. If you feel the need to do that, take the knees wide and rest your hands just right on the shins. Let the pelvis open. This direct and curling into a ball can definitely irritate the lower back. All right, bring the legs together, and then let's meditate, right? Straighten the legs, let the body come to rest. Place a bolster under the knees if you feel that might feel better for you. We want to get comfortable. Allow the breath to go natural. And if this is where we exit, feel free to hang out in Shavasana as long as you want to. If not, stay tuned for part 3 where we work a little bit more core, but this time on the hands and knees. All right, I'll see you next time.